Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans will take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hall again.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
41 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
1st and goal from the 3. They'll run with Hall.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Breece Hall His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Jackson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
From the gun, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
And I love watching this unit on tape because throughout this season, I've seen them do all the right things. They're about as talented a group as I've seen, and they know how to stop the run.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That's complete to Wicks.
And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And it's a pretty good return here, so get this up to the 29. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
The Yeoman's effort on that last drive. 7 carries, got the touchdown as well. And the O-line probably got a little extra oxygen on the sideline in between.
And deservedly so, because they were also calling for him to continue to get the ball, because there's a rhythm that gets established, right? When you're running it well and the back's getting the ball and he's in sync and reading blocks, and the offensive line wants to continue to pound away. Haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than he likes to run block. And that last drive, we saw the end result, didn't we?
Yep, and all were rewarded with a trip to pay dirt.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The Texans, it's 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game, and those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team, because everyone gains confidence, and they feel like they can continue to get better.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fights him off. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And now out come the Jags. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, Jackson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the counter, Mitchell.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Stroud's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw yet again here.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got Dobbs over the middle.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and a couple. Now Stroud.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to pull it. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
The throwing again is Stroud.
Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud.
Touchdown! Tyler Higbee as the first half is winding down.
And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here. just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. So here are the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Hall again on second down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Collins complete.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise, I knew he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
A handoff for Hall.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Stroud keeps it.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Breece Hall.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
76 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Throw left side complete to Troutman.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Down to the 22-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Jackson.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. You got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking up the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
They'll give to Hall.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ball again on second down.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll go again with Hall.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
152 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
This is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Michael Pittman,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Here's Jackson to throw.
A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman.
And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
They'll run. It's Hall.
Wiggles free. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And quickly they get to the line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And outbounds right around the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Jackson now. And he can't escape, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to